this evening. Today, we're going to be talking to you all about how more banks are settling credit card debt. Okay. But the question is, should you do it? Okay. I'm going to let you know why it makes sense for many of you all to take advantage of settlements, especially for your credit card companies. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into it. By the way, we get questions all the time, comments, emails. People ask us, can we help you improve your credit score? The answer is yes. Okay. We can help you improve your credit score, qualify for home ownership, and help you lower your monthly car payments as well. Okay. So, again, scan this QR code if you want us to create a custom game plan for you. As you can see here, we helped one of our members. She went from a 657 to a 684 following our custom game plan. Okay. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right. So now more banks are settling credit card debt. Now, this is how you all can take advantage of this. Okay. So now, they're doing this because of rising delinquencies. They're seeing a lot of people being late. They're seeing a lot of people not being able to pay them. So they want to make sure that they're giving people an opportunity to pay them. Okay. This is going to be huge. But again, many of you all have to take advantage of it for sure. Okay. So again, and happy Easter to all of those who are celebrating today as well. All right. So now, first things first, lenders are becoming more open to negotiating settlements. Why is that? Because people are falling behind on payments and they would rather get a lot of money up front since a lot of it is really interest anyway. Okay. So, something to consider there as well. All right. So, but again, they're doing that and that's because people are falling behind on payments. This trend reflects banks' efforts to recover at least a portion of outstanding debts before these accounts go into default. Okay, so they know that a lot of people aren't in a in a position financially to catch it, and that's where you want to be able to take advantage of that. Okay, so take advantage of that for sure. Next is going to be now, banks are targeting high risk borrowers with aggressive collection offers. We're not talking about debt collection per se, like bad. We're talking about, hey, people are like they're talking to people that have balances close to their limits, talking to people that have been kind of late, talking to people that have been either missing some payments. So banks may reach out to you. If they reach out to you to do the settlement, I strongly recommend you consider it. Why is that? Some people say to me, Calvin, it's going to show that I settled for less on my credit report. That is a status update. Status updates have no effect on your credit report. I'm going to say that again. Status updates have no effect on your credit report. So whether something says like, charged off, or now it's more so the account itself. So when someone, I wouldn't necessarily use charge off as an example, but when it says, like, for example, settled for less, no one cares about that. When it says settle for less on your credit report, when you're buying a car, no one cares. When you're buying a home, no one cares. When you're getting another credit card, no one cares. They can see it, but that doesn't keep you from getting approved for other things in the future. Okay, does that make sense? So again, take advantage of that. Now, so if you've missed if you've missed multiple payments, you may be offered a lump sum. So for example, if you owe $3,000, the bank may say, "Hey, can you pay 2,000? Can you pay 1,500? Can you pay 2,200?" Or a reduced payment option. Okay? One of my clients has Discover Card right now, and I think he owes them like over $8,000 or something. His original payment was like $350 a month. They reduced it down to 220, okay? And then they put him on a 3-month payment. Well, technically it's a 12-month payment plan. But once he makes the third payment, even though his payments are lowered, they will no longer show late payments on the credit report. So technically, legally, he is late, but they're not showing it on the credit report. Banks are working things out with people. American Express has a similar program. Chase Bank has a similar program. So don't wait for the bank to call you. Call the bank. Someone put that inside the chat. Call the bank. Call the bank to find out what your options are. Some of you, now, many of you all just got your credit card debts and you're struggling to make those monthly payments. If you're struggling to make those monthly payments, you may want to consider closing out that credit card. That's where a settlement comes in too. Some settlements require you to close the accounts. Some settlements, you don't have to worry about it. You can keep the account open, okay? But then they may have to have you reapply or something like that. So every bank is different. Find out what your banks are offering, because constantly being late, right? Some of you all right now are struggling with a monthly payment that you can't afford. Some of you all have a monthly payment right now where you are being late. And because you have not called the bank, you are killing your credit score. You have to call them. Call the bank. I'm telling y'all, just call the bank. Find out what it's going to be. Okay. These offers can be tempting too. But without understanding the fine print, you could end up paying more in the long run. Okay. Now, in most cases, it won't be like that, but there are some banks, Credit One, First Premier, where sometimes the numbers may not make sense, but call the bank, find out what your options are. Okay. Now, also, too, guys, this is, oh, you know what? I forgot to update this. So, here, what I'm going to do, I'm just actually just going to just skip that. Oh, you know what? Here, let me see if I can fix it here, because I did want to show you guys. Someone did get an update here, and I want to show you guys. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. Is this good information? Yes or yes? I want to make sure this is good information, because when I'm talking to people, I'm fine. I mean, I'm seeing so many different scenarios. And what I'm seeing is that people are, they're struggling to make those monthly payments, but they didn't know that they could just call the bank and find out what they qualify for. Okay. You'd be surprised what you qualify for. Okay. So either way, this is one of our people that we created a custom game plan for, and of course followed it to the T. And essentially, if you're looking to improve your credit score, and you could put yourself in position just like this person did, and they got approved for a $20,000 limit credit card. Okay. So again, that's why we stress, listen, sometimes you need a custom strategy. This is where we look at your credit report and tell you exactly what you need to do to improve your credit score. Okay. So either way, now, not all credit card issuers are going to settle equally. Some credit card companies don't offer any type of settlement. Okay. Some credit card companies have no settlement at all, guys. So I want to make sure we set the right expectations. Some banks have no settlement options at all. Okay. But many of them are coming out with more options. Okay. So you got to make sure you call to find out. Okay. Now, some banks are quicker to offer settlements because this is what they do, but some will demand a full payment or they'll sue. So I got to set the expectations. Most won't. Less than 5% will want you to pay a full payment. Less than 5% will want to sue you. Okay. Again, they're in the business of collecting money. So they want to collect the money. Okay. So trust me on this. Okay. Now, here's another thing too. Knowing the settlement behavior of each bank gives you a strategic advantage. Now, every bank is different. But like I said, American Express, they don't want to lose you as a customer. They don't want to close the account. They will work out a special payment plan with you. That's a monthly payment plan or a one-time payment. Okay. And then a lot of times it adjusts the interest rate. You make the payments and then they bring the account back to regular. They don't want to lose you as a client. Discover Card, they don't want to lose you as a client. Chase Bank. Now, Chase Bank, they have a couple different scenarios. Chase Bank will let you, they will make an arrangement with you, but they're more than likely going to close out the card. Many of the clients I'm seeing that's making arrangements with them, it does involve closing out the card. So you got to find out what's going to work best for you. Okay. So know what your options are going to be. All right. Now, next is going to be timing your settlement is crucial. It's crucial. If you're looking to save money on your credit card debt, now is the time to do it. If you're looking to save money on your credit card debt, now is the time to do it. What do you say when you call the bank? Let me tell you. All you have to do is just say, hey, listen, right now I'm struggling making my monthly payment. Okay. And this is if you are, even if you're not struggling, you can still tell them, hey, listen, like I want to know if you all offer a settlement or some type of special payment plan or some type of special interest rate. But if you are struggling, tell them that you're struggling. It's okay to let them know that. Listen, they're in the business of letting people borrow money, but you're in the business of making sure that they get paid. But like I said, some of you all are struggling making $500 payments. $700 payments, $1,000 payments. Some of you guys are struggling making two, $300 payments. The number doesn't matter. If you call them and they lower that payment, that will put you in a better position. Okay. All you listen, it's okay to ask for help. Someone put that in the comment section. It's okay to ask for help. Put that in the comments. It's okay to ask for help. Some of you all act like it's not okay to ask them, for help. The banks are okay with you asking for help. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, they would rather work something out with you than you file bankruptcy. They would rather work out a payment plan with you than you constantly being late, you constantly missing payments. They would rather keep you as a client than you just charge it off and then, you come back to them years later. They would rather work something out with you. Give them an opportunity, give them a chance. Here's the best part about all of this. Do you know how much this costs? This is free. This is free to get them a call. It's free to get on a payment plan with them. It's free to find out what options they have. Some of you all are dragging your feet, and this is just going to save you money. And it's going to save some of you all's credit scores, right? Some of you all can't go to your next goal in life because you're being straddled by this credit card debt. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of different scenarios, but again, this is something is you're one phone call away. Now, when you guys do this, I want you all to come back into the comments and let me know what the bank said. If you want to go deeper, let me know. Listen, in order for us to learn more about these banks, I need you all to give me the feedback. So we know if you call Chase, what did they say? If you called Discover, what did they say? If you called American Express, what did they say? If you called Citibank, what did they say? We're not trying to get into your business. Just say, hey, I called Citibank. They let me do a settlement. I was able to lower my monthly payment. Thanks, Calvin, for letting me know. Let me know inside the comment section. The way that we can win is not us versus banks, right? But in order for us to know what banks are doing, we got to work as a community. Okay, we got to learn. I need you all because everyone has different accounts, everyone has different credit profiles and backgrounds. I need you all to let me know in the comment section, right? Is how you were able to do that. So call them tomorrow, let me know. Call them Tuesday, let me know. Listen, I don't care when you watch this video, let me know in the comment section so we can help each other. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to always keep giving, making sure you guys are learning some information. But some of you all have accounts with certain banks that other people don't have. So let me know if you can. The more information, the better. All right. So that's what I want us to do. Now, here, check this out, guys. This is oh, I forgot to move this around. Okay, so check this out. Y'all know, of course, I helped my cousin buy property. He bought a 2-unit property the other day. Well, I'm sorry, the other 2 weeks ago. And of course, listen, he started with a custom game plan. We looked at his credit report. I told him exactly what he needed to do to qualify for he wanted to own rental property. And look at that. He's now able to collect rent, guys. He's now a landlord, okay, one of the youngest landlords in the state of Illinois now, and of course in a position to start collecting rent. So again, you guys can listen, I'm telling you, you all can do the same thing. I'm telling you, you all can do the same exact thing that he just did. Okay, all you have to do is keep your goals in front of you. Keep your goals in front of you. Get a strategy. Make sure someone's walking you through this if you need someone to walk you through this. This is also another example here. One of our 850 Club Elite members, her credit score was in the 500s. She was in the 500s. Now she's a 727 credit score. You know why? Because she got a custom game plan. She followed that game plan to the T. She had questions along the way. I answer your questions inside of our 850 Club Elite. Okay. Now, again, that's just one of the many success stories that we have here. But let's go and go to the comment section. I know it's Easter. I'm not going to hold you guys up too long. I just want to make sure I gave you guys some information here. Okay. So let me go ahead and size myself just a little bit. And now we are ready to get in these comments, guys. So Queen, what's going on? She says, hello, Calvin and everyone. Happy Resurrection Day. Same to you, Queen. Appreciate you being here. Our Lake is in the house all the way from Cali. Rhonda's in the house. What's going on, Rhonda? Appreciate you being here. Trina says, listen, I finally made a live. There you go, Trina. Appreciate you being here as usual. All right. Listen, Rhonda says, call the bank. Okay. Rhonda says, call the bank. Anita says, call the bank. Queen says, call the bank, y'all. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised what your options are. it's not just for situations like this. You should be having a conversation with the bank more often. Do you all understand this? This is your money. You should be constantly having conversations with people that can give you access to more money. You need your money working for you. You need to know what programs are available. You need to have your money like increasing. You need to talk to the bank. You should be talking to the bank more anyway, and especially as we get older. That's another video. Listen, I'm going to make sure we start getting ready for retirement. Yes, we're going to talk about credit, but we need to make sure all of our finances are in order. And I'm walking you out. Listen, I'm learning too. I'm learning too. Like my introduction to all of this was credit. Then it got to the point my wife was like, listen, we got to start investing. We got to start saving. We got to start prepping for retirement. You know, women always be thinking like 10, 20 years ahead. Shout out to my wife for thinking for the future. Me, I'm like, listen, I need this money for like next week. Okay. But again, I had to learn that, listen, we're getting older, right? And we have to start prepping for the future. So more on that later down the line. L Rose says, listen, Credit One will most definitely sue you. Listen, this is how we learn as a community. Everyone's situation is going to be different, but we need to know this information for sure. Nicholas, what's going on, sir? Happy Easter, y'all. Nicholas says, it's okay to ask for help. Anita says, it's okay to ask for help. Listen, some of you guys, listen, you be afraid or your ego. Listen, we can't be afraid in 2025. We cannot be afraid in 2025. We got to drop our egos in 2025. You don't know everything. Stop acting like you know everything. You don't know everything. Or worse, if you have the information and you're not executing, that's worse. Okay. It's one thing if you don't know the information, you're not looking up the information. But it's worse when you know the information and you just refuse to execute. You are slowing yourself down. You are slowing your family down. You are slowing your legacy down. Okay. The faster you knock this out, the faster you can enjoy where you want to go. Right. If you keep kicking the can down the road, you keep ignoring your credit card debt, you keep ignoring these debts in general, you keep ignoring your credit score, you keep ignoring this stuff, it's going to fester, right? What happens when you just let food sit out? What happens when you just let your tooth decay, right? It decays. Your financial profile is decaying. Okay, you can't let this happen in your 30s in 2025. You can't let this happen to you in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, right? We got so much life left. We have so much life left. And so we need to make sure that we're maximizing this. Okay. Can we maximize this? Put 2025 inside the comments if you're going to maximize in 2025. We're maximizing everything. We're getting rid of credit card debt. We're lowering our car payments, right? We're getting rid of these unreliable cars. We're getting these auto loans. We're getting these auto leases. We're getting the best interest rates possible, right? If we're tired of our landlords, let's make a change with that. Let's get property. Let's buy rental property. You can get up to 4 units with a 580 credit score. I say that every time I say that, there's at least one person that says, I did not know that you can buy up to 4 units with a 580 credit score. You really want to be 620, but 580 gets you in the door. Okay, 620 is a little bit easier. No, it's less drama through the closing process. But either way, you could do that. We need to maximize. This is the year that we not only watch the video, that you take the notes and you execute today, you execute tomorrow, you execute this week. Okay, no more just watching the video and not putting action behind it. Put action inside the comment section. We are taking action. We are taking action. I need to know. I need to know in the comments who's going to do this. Who's going to call the bank? Who's going to call the bank tomorrow? I don't know if the bank's going to be open tomorrow. Who's going to call the banks on Tuesday? Who's calling the bank this week? Come back into the comments. Let me know how it went for you. Even if it didn't go the way we wanted to, at least we tried. Some of you all don't even want to try. We have to at least try. It cost us nothing to try. It costs $0 to try. I want you all to close your eyes real quick. Everyone close their eyes. What do you see? Nothing. That's how much it costs to try. That's how much it costs to try, guys. Queen says it's okay to ask for help. Queen says, "This is great advice, Calvin. You're the best of the best. Appreciate you being here." She says, "I 100% agree. Appreciate you being here, Queen, as usual." Anita says, "I thought that since I'm not late and still paying, that I cannot get a break, like reduce interest rate, but I guess it costs them to ask." Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you guys something. Here, a lot of times they're looking to see if you're going through a hardship, right? If your income has changed, if your bills have changed. That is real. Your bills have changed. Your income may not have changed, but your expenses have changed. That's a hardship. That's a hardship. You can't control what the prices have increased, right? Your groceries have increased. Your natural daily living has just increased. Your rent has increased. That is putting a strain. Just call and find out. Call and find out what you qualify for. I'm not saying lie to people necessarily. I'm more so now. Let me be clear. I'm not saying necessarily. You're not lying to them. You're just saying, hey, listen, like I'm paying you guys on time, but I'm struggling making these payments. Can we work something out? Some of you all need to close that account. Like some of you all, the settlement will result in closing the account. If you have multiple accounts, you'll be just fine. Okay, we can rebuild anything. Y'all acting like it's a sandcastle that gets blown over. Listen, we can rebuild this. This is not the end all be all. Okay, otherwise you're gonna keep struggling. Now, don't get me wrong. Are there other alternatives? Yes, we could do debt consolidation, things of that sort. But call a bank and find out. I'm not saying don't pay, right? Queen says, yes, build a relationship with them. Talk to them like you're talking to family. She says, hell, I even asked them if they have a credit union. I'm all about referrals to my credit union is giving free money to new customers. There you go. 2025. Nicholas says 2025. Anita says, is there a bank to trust without the CFPB? I have two credit unions after closing Wells Fargo. You know what? To be honest with you, yeah. Um, it's tough. These banks gonna always do something. You can't really control it. It's an unfortunate thing, but at the end of the day, it's usually rare case scenarios, but we'll see. But it's kind of hard to say specifically with a bank. But I say keep working with credit unions for now, because it seems like all these banks got their hand in the cookie jar. So we can be talking about some stuff that happened this week as well too, a situation that just happened. So I'll keep you guys posted. Trina says 2025, she's maximizing her credit score in 2025. Queen says, I want my money anyway. She says, my referrals are on the rise and it adds up to monthly. Absolutely. A lot of banks do that. Y'all better ask about that too. For sure. L Rose says maximize in 2025. Biz says 2025. Anita says 2025, guys. We are going to be maximizing our credit scores. We're going to be looking at everything that you listen. Everything that has to do with your credit score, you need to make sure you have the best interest rates. You need to make sure that you have the best terms. You need to make sure that everything makes sense based on your scores. Some of you guys are still paying high car payments when you was a 500 credit score. You're now a six something now. You need to be lowering that. That's another video, but you got to maximize that. You got to maximize that. Okay. Biz says, man, what? Okay. We got to do that. Oklahoma says, I make my house payment every month of 300, but the bank reports different amounts paid every month. Not sure if that's legal. I thought they had to report what you paid. Unless you're on a different payment plan, like if you are on some type of mortgage modification, the only time that is if you are scheduled to pay a certain payment and you're paying less than that, then that may not get reported the actual monthly payment. But as long as the balance is coming down, they're reporting the on-time payment, the amount that you're paying is not that big of a deal, really. So something to consider there. Okay. Queen says action. Nicholas says action. Trina says action. All right. And that's what it's all about, guys. You got to ask that question. She says, call and let them know it could be a glitch in the system. Most definitely. Right. And that's another thing, too, guys. Another reason to call them. Always call, but just know it's not that big of a deal, but at least find out what's going on for sure. El Rose says, I use my Capital One credit card for a $1,000 car repair. And 2 days later, Capital One sent me a pre-approval offer for a new car for up to $75,000. That's what I'm talking about. You see that? So again, these banks are still lending money out here. Don't feel like it's doom and gloom. Don't get me wrong. People are losing their jobs and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff is political right now, to be honest. People ain't got to get fired. Let's be honest. people ain't got to get fired. So that's a whole nother conversation. Okay. But again, just know that Alliance Prince says TD Bank is very aggressive. They will sue you personally. Yes. I remember said that too. Okay. But either way, guys, let me know in the comment section if you guys listen to what I'm talking about. Come back, let me know how much you saved, how it worked for you. Okay. Now, again, they're going to ask you if your income has changed. They're going to ask you if your bills have changed. They're going to ask you what led to this, how many months you think this is going to last. We're not lying to them. We're just letting them know, hey, listen, I'm struggling right now making these payments. Or again, just find out what's going to, if what the options are for sure. Okay, there you go. Antoine says, what's up, Calvin? Just getting off this Pizza Hut side hustle. Listen, shout out to Antoine, man. I want to talk about this real quick. So, Antoine has some credit card debt, like a lot of people watching this right now. The difference is he says, listen, we're going to live off of my normal job income. And he was able to pay his credit cards with his normal job income. But you know what this man did? He did something that a lot of people won't do, especially a lot of men won't do. He humbled himself. He says, listen, let me bring on an additional income stream. Now, we're in 2025. There's a lot of ways to make extra money. It's nothing wrong with extra money. Somebody put extra money inside the comment section. Drop some money bags in the comment section. There's nothing wrong with extra money. Some of you all act like y'all too bougie to have another job or to have a side hustle, to have additional income streams. Having one income stream is too risky in 2025. I don't care how old you are. Y'all need to be looking at other avenues, because think about it like this. As cost keeps going up, your job can only keep paying you so much more, right? It's a cycle. They prices increase, people pay more, people should get paid more, but everyone doesn't get paid more. Everyone does not get paid more. So you have to bring in another income stream, whether that's a rental property, whether that's delivering for DoorDash, whether that's doing some some Amazon Flex, whether you're doing hair. Listen, you got to think really strongly, consider about another income stream, and it won't take your whole day. But this is what Antoine does. It's so smart. He takes that second income and then he dumps all of it towards the credit cards. This is how aggressive you got to be in 2025. I know some of you guys are thinking, well, I'm not going to do all that. We talked about price and cost. We talked about price and we talked about cost. Who remembers that conversation? Let's talk about it again. Price is price is how much it like the how I'll give an example. The price of what Antoine is doing. He may lose a couple of hours throughout his day. That's a sacrifice from his family, from whatever he wants to do, right? Doesn't take all day, right? But here's the thing. Y'all forget about the cost. What is it costing you if you don't get though, if you don't stay on top of those credit cards, that credit card debt aggressively? What ends up happening? You end up paying a lot of money in interest. Some of you all need to look at your credit card statement and look at how much interest you're paying. Some of you all are paying $300 a month in interest, $200 a month in interest, 500. I'm seeing people paying $800 a month in interest. Think about that. If you're paying $300 a month in interest and you saving $500, like let's say for example, you got credit card bills, you make the minimum monthly payment, but you're still paying $300 a month. I'm just use a random number in monthly interest. But you're also, watch this, you're also saving $500 a month and you're putting that into an account, right? What's the problem with that? Here's the problem. You think you're saving money, but you're really not. Technically, you are. You're saving 200, but you're thinking you're saving 500. You're saving $200 because you need to aggressively pay those credit cards down, right? You need to get aggressive in 2025. Take back what's yours this year. You just letting this life walk all over you. Take control of this stuff, man. I'm telling you. Otherwise, it's gonna make you feel helpless. And listen, we've all been there in some way, shape, or form. Ali, what's going on, sir? Ali, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you being here, sir. All right. So either way, let's see. Queen said, she said, let me hold something. Oklahoma says, I've talked to the lady who did the loan, but she only told me to forget about it when they report when what they want. Yeah, but just make sure that it's not affecting your scores for sure. That's the biggest thing. We want to make sure that's not being affected for sure. Okay. Ali says extra money. All right. And Oklahoma says the payments report different amounts on all three credit bureaus. It's crazy. Yeah, that's most definitely the loan company. Sounds like a smaller loan company. Sounds a little sloppy. to me. But as long as they're reporting the on-time payments, I know it's irritating to see, but yeah, it's not the end. You should be fine. It's not the end of the world. Queen says, "Hey Calvin, appreciate you. I'll be sharing your live to all my friends and family on Messenger. I'll also share it on my Facebook page if that's okay with you." Absolutely, man. Come on, y'all can always share this stuff. YouTube tells me every week thousands of people share these videos. Keep sharing these videos, okay? Now, here's the thing, guys. Two things before we get up out of here. If you want to accomplish your credit goals, subscribe to this channel today. If you want to accomplish your credit goals, subscribe to this channel today. But here, if you want to get there faster, then you guys most definitely need to go ahead and join my 850 Club Elite. It's right here. I'm going to go also put the link inside of the chat here so you guys can join the 850 Club Elite. Okay. I keep telling you guys, a lot of these people are in the 850 Club Elite that's accomplishing their goals. Okay. They're accomplishing their goals. Also, if you want me and my team to look at your credit report and give you guys a custom game plan, this is where we look at your report. I don't care if you're in the 400s, we can look at your credit report. If you're in the 500s, we can look at your credit report. Do not forget about your goals. Some of you all have just forgotten about your goals. Some of you all haven't dreamed since you were kids. You used to want to be a homeowner. What happened to that dream? You used to want to have like zero debt. What happened to that dream? It's still possible. You used to want to go for something. Now you just fell into the day-to-day lifestyle. We got to go after stuff this year. Okay, that's the whole point of us living. Now, will something be difficult? Yes. Will something take some work, take some time? Yeah. But what else we doing? Like, come on, like what else are we really doing? Okay, we need to have a challenge. We need a reason to get up in the morning. Y'all just letting life push y'all around. You can't let life push all around. And I'm not saying that every day is perfect for me. I want to be clear, but I wake up with this mental and I'm not letting these things just push me around. So I'm just reminding you, like I remind myself of my own personal goals. Okay. I love what I do because all I got to do is remind y'all about y'all goals. But I have my goals too. Right now, I'm sitting in my house. This house was a goal. This house was a goal. We wanted to have a home in a safe neighborhood. This was a goal. The first property was not in the safest neighborhood. Okay. But even that house was a goal. And before that, we wanted to have an apartment in a nice area. Then before that, I wanted to get off of my mother in law's floor. In 2011, I was sleeping on my mother in law's floor on a blow up mattress. My wife started to develop a cough. We thought the cough was just a regular cough. We ended up having to go to the doctor. The doctor says you're inhaling a certain amount of just dirt and dust. And we're like, how is that? And we're like, man, is it the blow up mattress? It's because the carpet wasn't being vacuumed enough. And so it showed be so honestly, struggling financially was costing us. You guys getting this? Is some of these things are costing you your health. The price was me finding a higher paying profession at the time. I applied at T-Mobile. They denied me. I applied at CarMax. They denied me. I applied at Batteries Plus. I did the interview and it's crazy. Me and the guy sitting across from each other, the chair broke like mid-interview. Like the chair just snapped in half. It's insane. I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. I was like, of course they're going to hire me because this guy, he fallen in the chair. They never hired me. I applied at Toyota. They never called me back. I applied at Nissan. They called me back the same day. They called me for the interview the same week. I started right away. In the interview, I was telling them how many sales books I wrote. Read and things of that sort. They said, we like you. Okay. Most money I ever made in my profession. I learned what the banks were looking for. I said, man, it's so much stuff people don't know about just car buying. I was talking to people and they were telling me their mortgages. At the time, my wife and I were paying $1,000 a month for rent. $1,000 a month for rent. I was talking to people back in 2011, 2012, 2013, and they were paying what I was paying for monthly rent, they were paying as a mortgage. They were paying as a mortgage. I said, there's no way. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you're paying $1,000 for an entire house? Yeah. Some people was paying lower than that for a whole house. And I said, I'm paying rent. I gotta learn more about this. So I start studying this stuff. Well, listen, my point is dragging your feet is costing you it's costing you money. It's costing you your health. Okay. I'm telling you, we gotta stay on top of this stuff. We gotta stay on top of this stuff, man. Either way, Star Wars says, how did my girl get denied by PenFed with a 789 credit score? Yeah, a lot of banks just do weird stuff. They do weird stuff. She should not have been denied. But listen, I got friends of mine that are in the 800s. They get denied. This is why I tell people it's easier to buy a house than it is to get a credit card. This is proof right here. Y'all think I be playing? Y'all see this comment? I know y'all see this comment. I keep telling y'all, buying a home is easier than getting a credit card. I'm telling you. Y'all think I be playing. That's impossible. Look at this. This girl's a 789. There's no reason why they should deny her. But banks do it. I don't know, unfortunately, Star Wars. I don't know what to tell you. But Oklahoma says, I just found you, subbed, liked. Calvin, you have great info. Thank you. Oh, Oklahoma, you just getting started. We got 2,000 videos. Good luck to you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we got so much more on the way. Thank you so much for being here. Jermaine says, hey, Calvin, new to your channel. Need a plan to own property. I have a 667 score. All right, Jermaine. So Jermaine, here's what I need you to do. There's a couple different ways you could do it. So, and this is not just for Jermaine, this is for anybody. So you have a couple different options. If you want me to take a look at your credit report and let you know what we need, like what your goals are, then here, I put that link inside of the chat. Matter of fact, let me go back a page. Here, I'll move myself up here. Okay. This is what I call a custom game plan, guys. A custom game plan allows me to take a look at your credit report. Okay. And this is the best way for me to help you accomplish your credit goals is for me to take a look at your credit report. I look at the full credit report and and you tell me what you're looking to do. People tell me all of their goals. They want to build business credit. They want business funding. They want to own a home. They want to buy rental property. They want to buy land. They want to get a car. Whatever your credit goal is, you can talk to me about that. Okay? Well, you tell me about that. I look at your credit report and I tell you how we're going to get you on track. Okay? Some of you all are there. Some of you all are this close, literally this close, but you don't know that because you don't ask for help. Some of you all are constantly dealing with a landlord that you don't have to because you won't ask for help. Some of you all keep paying high interest on these automobiles, on these auto loans, being at the dealership all day. You in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. You've never had low interest because you refuse to ask someone for help. I'm just letting you know I'm willing to help you. That's all I'm saying. That's the whole point. I want to make sure that I'm helped. That's the point of these videos. Like, honestly, I love just doing the videos. But there are some people like, hey, can you look at my specific situation? This is what I want to do. Can you show me step by step how to do it? For those of you all who are new here, let me show you all something. You guys still with me? We got 87 people on the live right now. Appreciate you guys being here. Check this out. Let me show you guys this. Because you see, y'all don't know what y'all done stepped into. Let me show you all what y'all done stepped into. Let me show y'all what y'all done stepped into. Y'all see this right here? These are people that told me what their goals were. Again, let me hear. I got a story. I love telling my client stories. Oh my God, I love telling their stories. Watch this. Check this out. This is one of my clients here. Now, this young lady was able to buy property even though her boyfriend, so her and her boyfriend had an apartment. Okay. Her and her boyfriend had an apartment. Long story short, he stopped paying. He stopped paying the apartment. She had an eviction on her credit report. She says, Calvin, I am struggling trying to find an apartment. People will not let me rent because I have an eviction on my credit report. I got pregnant. I was with my boyfriend. I was on maternity leave, and while I was on maternity leave, I took some time off of work. The baby had complications. Look, true story. And the boyfriend was supposed to pay the rent. The boyfriend stopped paying the rent. Then he says, listen, this is too much for me. He left. He left the apartment. She says, Calvin, I need your help. So I looked at her credit report. I told her exactly what she needed to do. She improved her credit score. And she says, Calvin, can you help me get an apartment? I said, I can, but I won't. She says, you can, but you won't. I said, she says, why not? I said, because you deserve to have a house. Don't you ever put yourself in a position again if you can afford it. Don't ever put yourself in position again. We got to think bigger. We have to think bigger. Somebody put in the comments, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. She's thinking apartment. I'm thinking house, right? You thinking approved. I'm thinking low payments. We're not just getting approved no more. Anybody can get approved. Anybody can get approved at 33%. We're not just getting approved. We want the best. We want the best terms. It don't take a 850 to get this stuff. Guys, it takes about a 720 to get good rates on everything. If you're buying a home, 620. I said, listen, we're not renting anymore. I can get you a fully renovated, rehabbed home down the street from where you're renting. She cried. Single mom, 4 kids, new house. Single mom, 4 kids, new house. Come on now. Listen, I brag on my clients. Y'all see how big this house is? Let me move myself over here. Y'all think it's a game. Listen, y'all see how big this house is? Come on now. This ain't Photoshop. This ain't AI. This girl had a 497 credit score. 497. She couldn't rent. She couldn't buy property. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't do anything. I looked at her credit report. She had a strong income too. Strong income. Income will get you so far. It helps. But banks want to see who have you paid on time lately? Who have you paid on time lately? 497 credit score. You know what happened? I looked at her credit report. I put her in position. I showed her exactly what the banks want to see. She says, Calvin, I don't know. Listen, I want to buy a $500,000 home. Done. Somebody put in the comments, done. Put a fork in it, done. What else? I need a challenge. That wasn't a challenge for me. You want a house? No problem. You want a big house? How big you want it? Come on now. This is what I do. I've been doing this for years. Since 2012. See, there's a lot of people in the credit industry. Y'all listen, those people, they just send dispute letters all day. That's all they know how to do. I'm not knocking them. That's all they know how to do is send dispute letters. I am a credit strategist, which means I create a strategy for you. I tell you what step one, what step two, what step three, what step four, what step five, what step six. I ask you what's your goal. Okay. I make sure that you are following. If you follow my game plan, your goal is going to happen. Look at that. They had a repossession on their credit report. So many banks told them, get out. We cannot give you another car loan. I was able to get them a single digit interest rate after a repossession. Why? Because I know what banks want to see. Stop playing with this. Come on. Oh, by the way, y'all do know I don't do any disputes, right? Pause. Y'all do know that. No disputes on this. No disputes. No disputes. No disputes. No disputes. Come on now. Y'all see, that's the thing. People keep thinking credit is just sending disputes. Stop. Stop. If that was the case, nobody would pay anybody. Come on now. If that was the case, we would borrow money, dispute, wait for it to come off, and just reborrow the money. It don't work like that. They care about what have you done. That people not don't even know how to use their credit cards right. People don't know how to apply, when to apply. They don't know this stuff. I know this stuff. This girl right here found me on Zillow. She says so many people were talking about you on Zillow. She says, I do not know you. I don't know you, but can you help me and my boyfriend buy a home? I said, yeah. Then she says, hold up. We looked you up we Googled you. I just want to let you know we Googled you. You got a whole YouTube channel. Yeah, I do. She's like, wait, so you still helping us? Just because I got a YouTube channel don't mean I'm not gonna help you. The YouTube channel, y'all like the information. Nothing's gonna stop this train. Either way, guys, I ain't gonna listen. I'm not gonna keep on doing this. I'm not because I can go all day. I can go all day about helping people accomplishing their goals. Okay. I can go all day with this. Listen, whenever y'all tired. Anyway, let's get back to it, guys, because I'm about to wrap up. Okay, I want to make sure you guys get back to your families, all that good stuff. Is this good information? Yes or yes? Yes is the only answer. Yes or yes. All right. Anyway, guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Thinking bigger. L. Rose says, that's what I'm talking about. I'm thinking about getting an apartment complex. We're not just talking about renting an apartment. We're not just talking about buying a single family home. We're not just talking about doing that. We're talking about buying rental property. We got to think bigger, man. When people got millions of dollars, when they got hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's not the money, it's the confidence. See, many of you all are lacking confidence. Confidence. Believe in yourself. You can do it. So many of you all keep telling yourself, no, I can't do it, man. I don't know what I can do. I just no, it's no more I can't do it. Change your language. Change your language. Is how can I do it? What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? What strategy do I need? How? I need you to keep thinking how and when. How and when. How and when. Okay? No more of that negative talk. You are what you think about most of the time. The question is, don't get hurt. Do not let your feelings get hurt when I ask you this. If you are what you think about most of the time, the question is, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Are you constantly thinking about how your landlord keep telling you how the stuff gonna go? That's what landlords do. Don't get mad at the process. Don't get mad at that. Make yourself better. Stop wishing it was easier. We are adults. It's not easier. Put the work in. Almost cursed. Put the work in. You have to. Do I want to put the work in? I do not feel like it. I want to eat what I want and not buy new pants. Newsflash. It's not true. You can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Some of y'all still trying to skip steps. Y'all out here step skippers. Y'all out here skipping steps. Ain't half stepping is what they call it. Y'all know the song? Ain't no half stepping. They told you in the song, there's no half stepping here. You can't do it. Right? You got to believe in yourself. Give yourself permission. This is how I talk to myself. This is how you get stuff done. Y'all not getting enough stuff done because you constantly live in woe is me. Right? The wind of life, we're all on a boat. The wind of life blows on us all. It's the set of the sail, right? You make the adjustment. Make the adjustment, man. Y'all over here crying. Listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm giving you tough love. I'm letting you know what's on the other side if you lock in. If you lock in, that's what everybody's talking about in 2025, locking in. For those who don't know what lock in means, that means get firm, get strict on yourself. Say, what's the plan? How are we going to do it? When are we going to do it? I want to buy a house. Great. How are we going to do it? I need a custom game plan. Great. Get a custom game plan then. You say, well, Calvin, I can't afford to get a custom game plan. No problem. Join my 850 Club Elite. I got everything you need in there. Everything you need is in there. I promise you. Okay. And I'm there to answer your questions along the way. I'm putting you in a position where there's no excuses in 2025. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. Don't don't say you can't do it. Say you won't do it. You can do it. You don't want to do it. You don't feel like doing it. This has nothing to do with me. You can this is any video, anything, anywhere. Forget about us. You said you wanted to buy a house. What's your strategy? My son tells me stuff all the time. He says, Dad, I see these shoes online. Sounds great, son. What's your strategy? Well, this is what I'm gonna do, Dad. You see that? See, my parents didn't, not in a bad way. My parents, we don't know what we don't know. But my parents they didn't ask me. It was like, hey, listen, what's your strategy? Right? Because no one asked them. So get in the habit of asking yourself, what's the strategy? What's the next move? How and when? Right? You say you want to buy a house? Great. How? What do we need to do next? How? And then guess what? Put a date on it. Y'all know I'm from Memphis. Any Yo Gotti fans in here? I know we got a different age group, but either way, he has a very popular song. It's called Put a Date on It. Right? Now, I'm letting y'all know. It's a few curse words in there. But anyway, You got to put a date on it, man. How and when. That's it. I don't know, man. I'm steady holding y'all up tonight. Okay. Listen, Queen says residual income is the plan. Truth Seeker says hands up in the air. She appreciate it. Jermaine says think bigger. That's all I'm trying to do, man. We got to stop thinking bigger, man. I'm telling y'all. Queen says I'm trying to tell y'all stop playing. Queen says knowledge is power. Okay. Listen, that's what we got to do. Shoot says Cal. He says, have you ready through a brick wall? He says everything is possible. That's right. Absolutely. You better believe it. Listen, Joe says, help me increase my credit limit to 500,000. Listen, Joe, check this out. I have friends of mine who have done what you're trying to do. Okay. I have friends of mine that have done that. You just got to stay consistent. Just stay consistent for that for sure. Queen says, I got to lock in. Do it now. That's right, guys. Either way, guys, I will see you all on the next video. Listen, we dropping a lot of information this week. So get ready this week for what's about to happen and what's about to go down. And I will see you guys inside the 850 Club Elite. And I will see you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Remember, if you want to accomplish your credit goals this year, subscribe to this YouTube channel right now. If you want to get there faster, then scan this QR code right there on your screen to join my 850 Club Elite. And if you want me to look at your credit report, I'll put that link right back inside the chat. I got it in there, and I will see you guys on the next